executives, solopreneurs, and educators to grow their personal and professional brands. Adegbola holds BSc Education in Business Education, Master's Education in Educational Administration and Planning, Professional Diploma in ICT, Project Management Professional Executive Class, that's the PMP, Microsoft Certified Trainer MCT, Microsoft Innovative Educator Master Trainer, that's MIE, and is a Google Certified Educator Trainer. Please join me as I welcome Mr. Oguntade as he will be anchoring the session this evening. Please join me as I welcome him up. Um, Mr. Oguntade, over to you. Nice to have you on the call.
Good evening, everyone. From here, from Nigeria, I will say good evening. I don't know where you are, but whichever way it is how are you all? And I'm being privileged to be on this call with you all. Okay? And I need to quickly correct Mr. Tolu. It's not Adegbola, it's Adegboyega. So my name is Oguntade Adegboyega. So it's a pleasure to be here with you today. Thank you.
All right,
Everyone.
sir. Thank you.
Please,
Okay,
you can
sir.
have the floor, Mr. Tolu. Yes.
Huh?
You have the floor.
Okay, so I'm introducing you so we could start the main thing we have this evening, and that is the main topic we have this evening: innovative solutions for impact STEM outreach. So I'll be handing over to you. That's why I introduced you and brought you up.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Tolu.
Okay.
Yes, I would like to share my slide with you and with everyone. So
Okay. I would. All right. All right. You are now a host. You can
okay.
do the
Okay, thank you.
content.
So before me, I have the topic that says innovative solution for WAAW. So I had to just tweak it and find a way to be able to touch everyone in one way or the other and all that. So and since we are young minds from different background, different institutions, different places around the globe, um, we just have to find a way at which we can both inspire ourselves to do greater things ahead. So I had to okay, find a way around the topic given before me. And I just had to say, okay, fine, let's find a way to make it more interesting. So I'm going to start by saying, okay, so how do we find solutions to have more outreaches and all of that? Now, this gives me a little reminder as a very young chap when I was at the university. So I joined the association, the Lions Club, and joining the Lions Club as at that time, we need to do a lot of community projects. We need to do a lot of things. And, as students, we don't have funds, we don't have anything, but we still need to impact lives. We need to touch people in rural communities. We need to touch everyone. And we looked at, okay, fine, how can we do all of this together? So we have to partner, will go from one point to the other, the little resources that we can gather and all that. So we're always organizing one thing or the other, but the main focus and the main objective is that, okay, fine, we must be able to touch every life that comes our way. So that was what we're doing in the Lions Club at that time. So, and as the youth or the university level for Lions Club, we were regarded as Leos. So, but we're still trying to impact. And I was able to hold hold different positions in the Lions Club as at that time. So this also brings it to STEM education, and I need to just merge it in a way that we can all relate. And I said, okay, fine, since we are all we are all fellows from different institutions across. So how do we do all of this together? So I came up with, okay, fine, we can do an immersive or tech camps and workshops. So how can you organize a tech camps and workshop within the school? You can just look for a free lecture theater in the school whereby you can be able to organize students together, even your peers. But what's the main focus? The girl child. There's a lot of people that they just feel that science is a bit difficult, it's technical, and they can't even find their way around the whole process, and they tend to what to just find a way to run away. But I want to tell you that sciences is now fun. The word science is fun. STEM has made it very, very easy for everyone today. And what is actually STEM is something that we all know. STEM stands for science, technology, the engineering, and the math. And in the recent training that we concluded, there was a little debate as regards to the M, which is the mathematics. Some say, oh, the mathematics is also part of the engineering aspect and all of it. Like I said, we learn every day, and it's part of the things that we need to keep embracing learning. So, but for we fellows, so what I would say is that, okay, fine, it's easy for you to organize what called uh, hands-on coding and robotic or AI workshops. So you can introduce this to a lot of people. You can also come up with little banner whereby you can post for awareness. You can just sit together, harmonize together, agree upon a particular workshop that you need to do, a topic. One of you have some of you in the fellows as fellows in your institution, we have the weak links, we have the strong links and all that. So the strong links can come up with some topics. Oh, I'm going to work on probably on Arduino. The other ones have their strengths on a different topic. So you just share ideas together. When you share ideas together, that way it helps you to be able to do justice to whatever presentation that you have before your fellow students and all of that. So that way it makes them to understand what you're doing and the message or the message you are passing across, because it's important that for every workshop that you organize or anything that you want to organize, there must be a message that you need to pass across. So if you're organizing trainings, you're touching lives and you are unable to captivate them or get the interest of the people you are actually reaching out to, then you may have to redo the workshop again until you are able to pass a message and all that. And it's just like the gospel say, oh, we are passing, well, we are extending the gospel around. So you can also, summer is something that if you are dealing with, if your target audience has to do with secondary school students, primary school students, and even in the universities, there are times that you go on break, you go on vacations. So you can even look for an avenue to do summer camps for girls in STEM. And I can bet you see a lot of people that would want to even learn, they want to know. But most of the times you have this challenge with the fact that, oh, we don't have resources as regards, I don't have a laptop, I don't have this. So there are better ways you can teach computing without even a laptop. There's something called CS Unplug. So CS Unplug, I don't know if some of you know what CS Unplug is all about. And if you do know what CS Unplug is all about, is a better way by that you can use in teaching computer and all that. So we can explore this again together if there's a need for us to do this some other time. But CS Unplug is a way at which you can teach or you can reach out to some girl child in a rural environment whereby they don't have the means for systems or laptop. Then again, we have some few people again that can also donate to you. And since it's also a workshop, it's not something that is permanent. Some of you that have laptops, that have resources and all that. So wherever venue you are using, you can just provide systems. So it could be a 1 week workshop, it could be a 2 weeks workshop, or a 3 weeks workshop. So that way they come around, they learn on the process, and they go back. But I want to tell you that that little interaction that you've had with them, that child had gained 1 or 2 things by the time they leave you. You have actually transformed their lives through that. So this takes me to talking about STEM roles and more. Okay, so how do you go about it if you're organizing STEM workshops and all that? So you can look forward to successful women in the STEM field. And thankfully today, you see, we have Dr. Unoma there. You can always schedule a meeting with her. Oh, Ma, we'll need you to speak to some girl child on STEM education, and I'm very, very certain that she's willing at all time to give you our attention, to be able to impact, to share. We have someone like the likes of Lucy. Lucy is someone, she's a wonderful WAAW trainer that she's all over the world now, and she's doing so well for herself. But during the time I met with her, she's wonderful. I can tell you she's wonderful, and she's doing so well for herself. So for everyone that passed through or gone through WAAW Foundation at one point or the other, you will know that there is a difference between who you used to be and where you are today now. So we can always look for people that we can reach out, that can mentor, that can serve as mentor to these people. So most times people look forward to, I want to be like this is the person. Oh, I want to be like this. Oh, I want to be like that person. I want to be like this. I want to be like that. And it gives them this morale. It motivates them to be able to do well and say, okay, fine. If this person can do this, I personally too, I can do better. So it's a way of motivating um the girl child that you are actually extending the hands of fellowship to, like that. So you can share career journeys with them. Like you can even tell your personal story. You can tell your personal story. I tell you, everybody wants to listen to your story. They want to see how you have transformed yourself and how you are doing so well in the STEM field. And that just is then you can also what we call do what foster mentorship. So, oh, you can even identify someone and say, oh, you don't like this. Oh, you can do it. Just give them the morale. Yes, I can. With the word I can. You see them that by the time you keep pushing them, they would excel wonderfully well. So in a situation whereby you can't bring in a speaker to your venue, you can organize like, okay, fine, no, probably reach out to Mr. Tolu. Maybe if you need a Zoom link for that, he can share you a Zoom link whereby you can or use Google Meet. We have other platform that you can use. We have Skype and all that. And just okay, fine. Please give us 45 minutes out of your time. Kindly help us speak with some of these children and all that. It just reminds me of William Kimberlin. When most times when I want to teach on what we called wind energy. So that guy is from Malawi, and he did so many. He did well for himself, and he has inspired a lot of people from where he had come from by the little invention that he came up with in his hometown, and he's doing wonderfully well. So you yourself too, you can come up with ideas, creative ideas in which you can do, and you see that these children too, they want to also try it out and they want to explore. A lot of times, okay, um we don't need to bring a real car to a place to demonstrate. We can improvise. I like to use more of recycling things to do my illustration when I teach. Now, I was trying to teach what we called aerodynamics, for instance. So as I was teaching aerodynamics, I like, okay, fine, how would they relate to all of this? So it's actually from some of my students, I said, okay, you come with balloon, you come with a straw, you come with this, you come with that. And by the time they came with it, I still had to improvise. I had to get an empty bottle. I had to pierce the empty bottle. I had to gum it together. And I blew the balloon, and the car moved from one direction, from one static position to a different position. And all that. And they were like, wow. And people were like, wow, so this thing work. So that is aerodynamics. And these are people want to relate to what they can feel, what they can see in their surrounding. Sometimes because they don't have the resources to some of these kits that we use, and they look at it like, the number one thing that comes to their head is, oh, we can't get this. It's expensive for us. But when they relate with something that they can recycle, then you see that, yes, they will want to explore and do so many things all by themselves. Are you all with me? I need feedbacks. I need emojis if you are with me. Hello, fellows. Okay, good. I could see our, that's fine. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, shows that some of us are with me. So I'm going to move on to the next slide that I have. So now, uh, this picture of a mobile car and all that, it may not be visible or it may not be possible to some of us, but this reminds me of a place in Lagos. We call it Yaba Technical College in Lagos. They have this, we have what we call a BLT bus, a very long luxurious bus in Lagos, and that same bus is used as food vendor. They use it to serve food, canteens, and so it's more like a restaurant inside of the bus. So some other people came up with the idea of, oh, let's play chess inside of this same luxurious bus and all that. So they did it in a way that it was looking really beautiful. And this is something that's fine. If you don't have the means to do this, you can recreate and you can come up with a different idea. If you have a facility that you can use, you can make do of it. But for that institution that I'm talking about, that I'm referring to, which is Yaba Tech, sometimes I go to Yaba Tech to go and play chess because of that same vehicle. So that vehicle is actually a catching point for me. Like, wow. So if you can bring this kind of long, luxurious bus to this school, and you are the owner rather is being creative to say, okay, fine, come inside to buy food and play chess. So I like the creativity for me. So I come distance, as in I go, as in I have to go distance to Yaba Tech just because I want to have a feel of the car, and I want to also play chess, and also want to have a meal. So I'm actually doing 3-in-1 activity in that same thing. So the same thing too, we can, if it's possible for some of us, you can, if you have the van, you can use it. If you don't have a van, you can have a small lab. You can have a small lab. You can reach out to some schools that, okay, fine, let's use your school lab for this, or a dedicated class whereby you come up with posters, you come up with cardboard, flashcards, you make it colorful, you make it more attractive that, yes, when the people you are reaching out to want to come around, they see the ambience. The ambience is something that captivates a lot of people. Your ambience needs to be very, you need to wow your audience. So most times the ambience is something that we all need to always work on and all that. So that way again, it always gives them the morale to always say, oh, we are going back. I want to go there again. Oh, the last time I visited that place, I saw an aeroplane. Oh, I could see a kite. I could see this. Like, oh, or again, it's something that you can always come up with cardboards, flashcards, and say, okay, fine, make your own car yourself, make your own aeroplane yourself, and go with it. So they have a story to tell behind their personal inventions. So, and you need to do what? These are not to the urban part, but to the rural communities. To the rural community. So 3D printers may be a bit difficult for us to get, but usually if we can always get a color printer, do a visual of what we need, and you see that the children you are really touching them that way. So we reach out to various schools in the rural community. You could just have a school that that can serve as the meeting point for other schools within that same rural community. And you see that, yes, okay, this also gives me a story of 2017. Yes, I did a program for African Code Week. Yeah, we brought Scratch programming to Lagos, Nigeria. So we went to remote areas in Lagos, which is Ekpe Eredu community. So Ekpe Eredu community happens to be is an outskirts of Lagos. So that area, for me, the first time I had to interact with the school children, and I brought out a mouse from my bag, and I was playing with the mouse on my laptop, and I asked one of them to come and touch the mouse. And you need to see the girl. The girl ran away and said, "No, I'm not touching the mouse." And she became I became very like worried. Like, why can't you touch the mouse? It's not biting. It's not going to bite you, and all that. But it took her a long time, and it took me a long time to be able to even convince that child to be able to touch the mouse, to be able to move it around on my system. And I was like, wow, I have a lot of work to do at this point. So for me at that time, I just had to say, okay, fine. I had to come to their level. First, I had to detach them. It wasn't a wireless mouse, it was a wired mouse. So I had to detach it from my laptop, and I was not playing with it. And okay, fine. I had to, one of them that was bold enough to touched it. I said, "Did it bite you?" The girl responded, she said no. Then we started passing the mouse around like that. And before you know it, everyone got to touch the mouse, and we now started, okay, I brought it back to my laptop, and I said, okay, move the cursor. They saw the way the cursor was moving on my screen, and they were happy about it. And from there, I was able to go along. So that program was supposed to take me about 2 hour session, but it took me longer time because they haven't seen what a mouse looked like before. It was their first time seeing a mouse. I was like, what? Okay, I have a lot to do. So from there, I started encouraging them, and they were happy about it. They were really, really happy about it. So from there again, you can conduct interactive experiments. Okay, how do you conduct experiment? You can do simple experiment that won't cost you so much because you are a student. So for me, sometimes what do? You could just you go on YouTube, you'll see the different experiment that you can do. I'll use the word household experiments. Household experiment. You can use vinegar, you can use balloon, you can use glass cup, you can use a candle, you can do so. But most times, always explain some certain things to those children because they are inquisitive. They will want to do it behind your back. So be sure that they do it in a safe environment, and you tell them the implication about the experiment at the end of the day, so that they don't explore beyond where they are not supposed to explore beyond. So you can also come up with what called STEM focused hackathons and challenges. So you can organize these programs. So somebody that is from Ibadan can organize with somebody in a particular place, let's say UI and University of Polytechnic of Ibadan. They can come up together and say, okay, fine, let's organize an hackathon program. Let's organize a STEM workshop. Let's organize a competition. Let's do this together and all that. So when you do this, it also fosters what we call teamwork. It fosters teamwork, and beautifully, Adewale Amos that is coming up here happens to be from OOU. And sincerely, when I was at OOU, I want to tell you that I did a very wonderful project at mini campus during my year. That was 2000, and that project was 2009. So it's something that you can always explore. So they are not difficult. It's always within our reach and all that. So please, you can always seek people that can mentor you or guide you towards these programs that you may want to organize and all that. So, but what are you trying to do? You're actually, yeah, you should promote what called team spirit among the children you're bringing up together, even among yourselves. Teamwork goes a long way because you can't do it alone. Like the adage that says that a tree cannot make a forest. So you need people around you to come up together, team up, share ideas together, share resources together to be able to do a lot of wonderful things together. So you can connect with other fellows and say, oh, we can connect with fellows in Ghana and say, oh, fellows in Ghana, please, I have this idea. Have you tried it out before? I would like to explore it. You can reach out to someone from UI. Oh, please, I want to do this. Or hey, I want to do this. Do you have this idea? So you can team up, share ideas together, and I bet you, well, someone has a solution for what you want to do. Someone has a solution for it already, and it solves. That's the honest truth. Somebody has a solution for any problem you're actually going through that you want to do for yourself during this period. All right. So the other thing that can also interest them again, because we need to be innovative. That's the honest truth. We need to be very innovative. See, sometimes when you have too much of speeches and all that, they may get bored. So, but when we introduce what we call educational games, we have different educational games that you can come up with. You can also give them rewards for this. Oh, and recognize them. You can even create something like a patch. A patch and say, oh, star, you have 1 star, you have 2 star, you have 3 star. Oh, you have these. Oh, you have 1 badge. And that was part of the thing that also motivated me as a member of the Lions Club, because we were always having these kind of patches. We were having lapel pins that will stick on our waistcoats, and we were like, wow, I have this now. I have that now. Okay, I have achieved this and all of it. So these are the things that encourages participants, and you see that, oh, they are always eager. They will always be eager to look forward to the next program you want to organize. That's the honest truth. And that's the same way it feels that I'm always looking forward to, oh, what program is WAAW Foundation having next? I want to be part of it. I want to contribute to it. So I just like to always create an impact whereby, yes, you can be able to touch people, and it's very, very important, be able to touch their lives meaningfully. So then it can also create what we call mobile accessibility. But unfortunately, due to internet connectivity now and all that, cost implication and all that, so you can always find a way to improvise. Maybe if you do it every other day, you can alternate it. That way, again, it makes better sense. And so it doesn't have to, you don't have to spend too much on so many other things like that. Then community-based STEM project is very, very important. It's just about you identifying a problem in the society, in the community, and say, okay, what can we do differently? Okay, okay. This also going to give me a pointer again. I'm going to say, because I'm from Lagos, and there's a particular university. I like going into institutions, and I like to always see new things for myself. So there's a part in Lagos we call Laspo Tech. This student came up with what called traffic light. And we can also do this traffic light. We can replicate it using the Arduino kit that you have. So they came up with traffic light. And anytime I go into that school, is not a university. Anytime I go into it, I'm always looking forward to that street light that the students came up with. They invented it, and it's serving the purpose of the school community. So for us too, we can also look at okay, this community, what do we want to do? Oh, they don't have light. And this is also a life experience that I would like to share with you. Now, this life experience I'm sharing with you has to be a project I did in 2009. Yeah, this 2009, yeah, my mentor at that time, she called me and said to me, I said, oh, let's talk about deforestation. As we were working on the project deforestation, I said, no, we need to go and enlighten people and say, do not stop cutting firewood and all that. I said, they're going to hear my voice. Please, they can't, this is not going to be possible and all that. But do you know that eventually she came up with a lot of ideas? I worked on that project, and we came up with what called chimney. A chimney, we had to come with a stove made of clay, and they'll say, okay, fine. If you are using like about 10 firewoods before, because it's clay would retain a lot of heat, and you can just use 1 firewood, and that way you don't need to always cut too much of trees and all of it. So that way it solves the problem in that community. So I had to start talking to the women in the place. Say you even back your children again, as you back them as you're working with the firewood, and the smokes goes into their eye and all that. The little babies will be crying, and you just like, oh, don't cry anymore, because the flame from the firewood, from the exposed firewood, is much. So I had to come up with, okay, fine, this roofing sheet, the aluminum roofing sheet, we have to put it by the stove so that it takes the smokes up beyond them and all that. So that way, the people in that community that time was the community was actually Jebugbo community in Ogun State. They took the projects off, and it was so wonderful. And as at that time, I had pictures of it, and it was really, really a very laudable project in that community as at that year, 2009. And that my mentor, she did so well for me that it gives me reason why I need to think. You must think and always provide a solution. There is no problem. Always look for a solution. That's just it. So just be a solution provider. So that's just it. So address local issues. A lot of people don't even know how to read. So like now, look at it now. In some communities, they don't even have light in their community. So you can come up with LED bulbs with the battery. It brings out light, and they can also use it for reading. You see some children reading with, hello? You see some children? Okay. You see some children coming up reading with lamps, local lamps, and it affects their eyesight. So, and we play with LED bulbs a lot. So we can just, okay, fine, let's solder and LED bulb together. Let's make our own lights. And you see that the LED bulb and battery will come up to ignite, and you see the light. And it's even better than the local lamps that they use. So that way you've been able to solve that community problem that way. So in conclusion to what I have to share with you, okay? So inspiring the future STEM leaders, please, we still have a lot of young minds out there wandering around. We need to touch their lives. I can't do it alone, you can't do it alone, but the only way we can do it is by going out there to say, okay, fine, come and see what we can do, what do for yourself and all that. So let's STEM outreach empower African women, and you see them doing so well. We already have a lot of people up there in the industry doing wonderfully well for themselves. And again, there's this movie that I would like you to go and watch again. It just came out, Make Mission. So you can also see that again. It's a very wonderful, inspiring STEM and IT related movie that you can also watch that will inspire you. Then while fellows drive positive change through STEM, you have been doing wonderfully well. I've been coming across so many of your programs, and sincerely, I want to say that you are doing well. No, it's not Make Mission, Make Mission. Okay, probably you didn't spell it well, so I think, yeah, so you can see it. Okay, Make Mission. Let me just type it in for you. Make Mission is a wonderful movie to see. Yes, Make Mission. It's a wonderful movie to see. Yes. All right. So, yes, exactly. Make Mission. Thank you. So, thank you, everyone. And thanks for having me this evening with you. I look forward to seeing you again in the brighter future. And another encounter again. For some of you, you know me already. So, for some of us, again, we'll definitely still meet again. And I'm looking forward to seeing you. So, at this point, I would like to say to Ms. Ruola, thank you very much for this opportunity given to me. And Mr. Tolu, thank you. And to WAAW Board of Directors and everyone, I want to say thank you for having me this evening. I would like to take questions. I would like to take opinions. Let's rub minds together. Let's deliberate together. And sincerely, let's interact. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. O. This is very, very, very helpful, and everything you have shared. So the floor is open for everyone. I would like us to drop in one or two things. Your questions. I have learned a lot from these sessions, how to be innovative with your outreaches, with our outreaches. And I know the same goes for everyone. So if you're in this call and you have a question, please let me just see your hands up. You want clarity on something. You've learned something new that you've not heard before, but you want it to be like, okay, let me see, can I try this out? So I'd like us to just raise your hand up in the chat so that we'll do that very, very fast. I just want two people, please. Two people, please. Thank you. Okay. Hello. Okay, so since we don't have anybody for now, I would like us to go straight into the next agenda we have for this event. So thank you, Mr. O. We are so grateful for this opportunity to learn from you. And we hope
Thank you,
that,
Mr. Tolu.
yes, sir. So we hope that in the nearest future we'll be able to call you and you would answer us immediately. We'll call.
Definitely.
Thank you very, very much.
At
We're
all
so
times.
grateful. All right. I would like to hand over this session soon, but before I do that, I would like us to we'll be engaging somebody. Okay, Nana Awa, please can you make your question very, very fast, please? Nana Awa, I can see your hands up. Okay, I guess that was a mistake. All right, so we have a very, very special, spectacular chapter. Someone will be speaking from Bayero University in Kano, Nigeria, and she will be speaking about what their chapter has planned for the rest of the quarter. This is Q2, and we have plans every quarter. We have plans that we made for your activities for that month. So this quarter, we also have plans. But in this event, we'll be sharing from someone like you, a fellow like you, that will be sharing from what she has, prepared for and what she'll be doing in this quarter. So I'll be handing over to you. Zainab Isa, are you in this call?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. So
Good
I'll be
evening.
handing over to you now. Good evening.
My name is Zainab Isa. I am the project manager for WAAW Foundation Bayero University Chapter. I am honored to have been chosen to speak on the things we have planned for our Q2. Precisely after a successful first quarter of the year, we have a number of events and projects planned for our second quarter, which we kickstarted with a STEM outreach at Government Girls Secondary School Salenta on Thursday. And our main activity for the outreach was a hackathon that we conducted to encourage the students to apply their knowledge to solve local or global problems and instilling the problem-solving mindset in the students. We used STEM-based approaches, and the students gave us very wonderful ideas on how they intend to solve the local problems that was provided to them. We offered them reward systems, and it was successful. And for the month of May, we have another STEM workshop planned for the month of May to a local private school in an undeserved area, where we would focus on hands-on experiments and interactive sessions with the students, and hopefully a career talk from female STEM professionals to inspire the young girls too. We also do plan on donating STEM kits and educational resources to local schools. So in the month of May, we plan to have a reflection and impact assessment session to evaluate community impact and gather feedback from the students, their teachers, and our other members, and adjust our outreach strategy based on the outcomes. For the last month of Q2, which is June, we have 2 movie screening sessions planned at 2 private schools. And the activity is to watch a movie with a theme that aligns with STEM. The main focus, to watch a movie with a theme that aligns with STEM, and then we would discuss key takeaways from the movie, its impact on their perception of STEM, and how they envision making a difference in the STEM field. The main focus is to inspire a desire in the students to make a difference or to empower undeserved girls to do the same, just as we are doing. And with that, we would call it a successful Q2, or if everything goes as planned. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Thanks for that amazing introduction. But before we go further, bring our programs manager at WAAW Foundation, that's in person of Wura Olakayede, to speak briefly on this. Hello, Wura.
Hi, good evening. Thanks, Tolu. Honestly, I'm excited about this session that we just completed, especially how Mr. O brought about innovation and how we're able to plug in and hear what Bayero University have planned. I recall when the chapter lead reached out, sharing their proposal for the Q2. I was amazed, honestly, and I just thought this conversation shouldn't end in our chat group. Let's bring it out there. Let's inspire others. So through your activities, I can bet it that you're also inspiring others. I'm seeing the comment section here saying, oh, that's so inspirational. Well done, guys. This is me also throwing it out there that we would incorporate chapter engagement session going forward. We want to hear from you. Mr. O talked about chapter exchange programs. This is an opportunity for that exchange to also happen because this is Bayero University sharing the exciting things they have for Q2. Another chapter is getting inspired and they're able to also incorporate this into their own work. So we're not working in silo. We're working as a group, we're working as a community because the overall goal is for the girl child and STEM. So this is me saying thank you, Bayero University. Thank you, Zaina. Thank you to the chapter leads and the fellows of this chapter. Thank you all so much and well done. We are wishing you the absolute best. Remember that we are here when you need support. Remember that you are here when you need guide on how to go forward as you deliver your outreaches. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ma.
Okay, I'm not sure. Tolu, are you still here? Should I pick up from here? Okay, guys, thank you. So I will just continue here. Give me brief seconds. Let me quickly go to the slide that we're speaking from. Okay, so having done this, let me share my screen. Sorry, guys. Give me some few seconds. Oh, who's okay? Somebody's still sharing. Tolu, you're still sharing. Okay, so we'll just be giving a brief recap of how we did in the month of April, especially as it connects with outreaches. I think one of the things we noticed is this month we had the lowest number of outreaches done, but when we did an observation to really understand why, we realized that, oh, it's because some schools were out of session, so there was a holiday, especially for those in Nigeria. I'm not sure if that's the same thing for other countries, but for Nigeria, we could relate to that to say, oh, that was the issue. So, but regardless, we still had 4 outreaches held, interestingly from some chapters in Nigeria and the chapter in Malawi. This April, we reached 150 girls, over 150 girls actually, inspiring them and equipping them with STEM knowledge. The students reach overall, that is inclusive of the male gender, we had over 500 students reach. So this is a great milestone. Well done, guys. Even amidst the gap that probably happened, you guys made this happen. And this is a special shout out to the Usman Danfodio University Chapter who held their outreach in the month of April. Malawi University of Science and Technology, thank you guys. We also had the Olabisi Onabanjo University hold outreach in the month of April. Well done, guys. And Bayero University, well done to you all. Thank you all so much for the work that you do, for the impact that you continue to give. Sorry, I want to be sure. Is the screen showing? Because the next slide, I need everybody to see it. So I want to be sure that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, awesome. Thanks. So yeah, Tolu, so we're going to the next slide now. Yes, the next one now. Awesome. And this is us showing and championing and putting our heads out there for the Malawi chapter. Do we have representatives from Malawi chapter on the call? Do we have, can I hear voices from Malawi, guys?
Yes, we do.
Awesome.
Make some noise, guys.
Well done, guys. Well done for being the best chapter of the month. Thank you. Well done. We are excited, really excited to see this. We are looking at the month of January and we're seeing how it has evolved from Tanzania to Ghana to Nigeria and now representation from Malawi. So well done. Well done, well done. I can't overemphasize it. Well done for the great, great, great work that you have done. We'll be in contact with you later next week for the next step, but this is us saying well done and yes to more work ahead of you. So I'll be handing over now to Lillian to share the announcements before we call it a day. Lillian, over to you.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. I don't know if we're enjoying this session, but me in particular, I'm enjoying it. And shout out to Malawi University of Science and Technology Chapter for the chapter of the month. I know you are happy. If you are happy, make some noise. The whole place is so quiet.
You're permitted to unmute. Show the
Unmute and make
excitement.
some noise. Show the excitement so we can hear your voices, please.
We're so excited.
I want to hear voices. Okay, they are reacting. That's okay. That's okay. The slide is not showing me the announcement. Can I get the next?
Okay, hold on. Let me share my screen.
Okay. I can't see the screen, but I'll go from here. I think I can access it now. So, okay, I can see it now. So amongst us, we have scholars and we have fellows, and it's that time of the year again where we'll be onboarding our new scholars of the WAAW Foundation. So you are invited to join us on Saturday, May 3rd, as we officially welcome our 2025 scholars. So more of the details will be shared to us on the group. So we want us to actually come in our numbers. Let us talk to our fellows, talk to your chapters, share the good news that we are trying to bring in the newbies, the new scholars to WOW Foundation. And we'll be onboarding them, telling them what is expected of them as WOW Foundation scholars. So next one will be outreach reporting. Okay. We actually had issues compiling our outreaches that we had, and that is because some of us didn't really report the outreach, and that's not fair and it's quite stressful. We just want to go to the back end and see your reports. We don't want to start hitting you up individually or on your DMs to ask you to please send in your reports. We'll make the links available. You can always access the links from the group chat, so that you don't say it's link that is making you not to report your outreach. Please, let's report our outreach. You can see that we always have chapter of the month. I don't know if you're not excited about getting an extra to your chapter course. So please, if you don't report it, we might not recognize you. We wouldn't know that you carried out any outreach. So please report your outreaches, please. Okay, the next one on our list is, let us have it in mind that every last Saturday of the month in the year, every last Saturday of the month in the year is our monthly fellows meetup. We don't even need a reminder. Just know that, okay, oh, this next Saturday, this is the last Saturday of the month. Okay, today is monthly fellows meetup. We'll always have facilitators and we'll also say it in the group, but bear it in mind that um last Saturday of every month in the year is our monthly fellows meetup, and it is not meant for only our chapter leaders alone. It's meant for everybody. Is meant for everybody. Fellows, scholars, leaders, everybody should just be in the call. You will learn one or two things. If not for anything, I've seen a movie I watched this night. From Mr. O. So please, let's come in our numbers and always make this place lively. And when you come on the meeting, react, drop your questions, drop your comments, say things that will make the whole place lively. So we don't just be on the call and we're just mute like that. They just make it lively and we'll enjoy the call. So don't forget to fill the feedback survey for this session. So we'll be dropping a link in our groups. Please, we want to hear your feedback, want to get your feedback. We want to know how we're going to improve in our monthly fellows meetup so that it can be an exciting time that you always look forward to. So please, when we drop that this evening, please take your time to please fill out the feedback section survey. If you like your chapter to be featured for the May edition of the chapter engagement highlights, like the Bayero University, please reach out to us via WhatsApp. You can talk to me, you can talk to Miss Wurala, you can talk to anybody. Just get in touch with us and we will hear from you and then we'll feature you in our upcoming edition of the monthly Fellows Meetup. So that is that for that. We thank everyone for showing up. My chapter leaders, thank you very much for the names you submitted and for them showing up. We really, really appreciate that we are all here for this monthly fellows meetup. Thank you very much. And as always, together we keep achieving great things. Thank you.
Thank you, Lillian. Thank you, everyone. Before we go, if you're available, let's have our virtual photo session. So if you can turn on your videos, let's just take a quick picture. This is a routine. It has to happen every time. Please, let's mark attendance with this. So if you can, please turn on your video. Let's take a screenshot of ourselves as if we are here in person. Okay, guys, I'm seeing videos on now. Awesome. Asking Lillian, already up. Thank you. Something to also mention, guys. In recent time, this is like one of the time where we had the highest number of fellow attendance and engagement, and we are excited. We hope we can maintain this energy and even do more. So we should always share with our group, share in our fellows, encourage others to also join. Just like Lillian said, it's not just for chapter leaders, it's for fellows across board. So yes, my video is coming on shortly. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do a screenshot now. Let me stop sharing so that I can see everybody at once. Awesome. Yeah, it's a clear view. Nice. I'm seeing faces. Hi, Blessing. Hi, Blessing. Hi. Hi, Constance, Chomi, Adewale, Jessica, Obasi Gladys, Lotachi, Mickey Prosper. I'm seeing faces. I'm seeing faces. Thank you, guys. Okay, so I'm doing a screenshot now. I'm seeing more faces. Nice. Maria John, thanks for joining. Please pardon, my system is acting up. Okay. Another style. Another style. Very Johnson, I like your hair. Nice. Another style. Do we still have Mr. Oguntade on the call? Okay. Nice. Flexing muscle. Nice. Okay, guys, thank you all so much. Thank you once again. Thank you. We are excited. And once again, congrats to Malawi University. Well done for the great work you're all doing. And remember, if you'd like to be featured next month for the chapter engagement, just like Bayero University, please reach out to us and we'll be able to prep you for the next one. So thank you all and goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. See you next time, or by this time next month.
Thank you. Goodbye.
All right. Bye. important.